welcome to Kitchen Table Talks. Usually I'm sitting at a table, but today we're outside and it's beautiful. I wanted to talk about a question that one of our sons asked us a few years ago. His question was, how do we ever win? And he was talking about black folk. How do we ever win? And in light of the Supreme Court decision that gives states and their legislatures, or anybody, the right to gerrymander politically, as long as they're not overtly racist, is really going to dilute, erase the black vote. And so we just wanted to come in and just share a few thoughts. Honey, when he asked us that, you thought about it.
And I didn't have a good answer for him, to tell the truth. History doesn't necessarily give me a good answer, because with every step of progress, it seems like they took a sledgehammer, that is, to our possibility. Because he was talking about it not long after President Obama had been elected, and here's a man who came from not necessarily middle class, but had worked, went to an Ivy League school, had served in the Senate,
did all the things.
Had been a community organizer, had become president, and he still wasn't good enough. He still, after all of that, he wasn't good enough after he had got the education that people said we're supposed to get, after he had done the hard work that people say we're supposed to do. He wasn't good enough. And so we wonder, how do we win? My answer to him was, son, God plus one is a majority. Other than that, I don't know. But I can tell you what we have to do to put some points on the board for trying, to put some points on the board for progress, to put some tenacity, some persistence, and some stick-to-itiveness on the board is, right now we got to get out and vote. So far, no matter what they've done, we've got some time that we can literally rally the folk together and get out and vote. Because make no mistake, everybody, what they're attempting to do and how they're attempting to use black people as an excuse for a power grab, even though they got a whole bunch of folk who they care nothing about whatsoever, but just to feel as though they're a part of the group, they're willing to go along with it, even though they're paying $4.17 right here in Tennessee for gas. So I can guarantee you it's hurting them as well. And the reason I know is because when gas just trickled up just a little bit under Biden, they were all in a tizzy and they were putting stickers on pumps. We ought to have a sticker on every pump in the nation right now saying this guy caused our gas prices to spike, our food prices to spike, our housing to spike, our employment to go down. Everything he's doing is in the opposite direction of what it needs to be. And now that they have got this activist Supreme Court to do what many of them have wanted to do for a long time, what Roberts act like he didn't want to do, they've done. And they're using us as an excuse to take control of America. So make no mistake, if they're doing it to us, they're going to do it to you as well.
And when we think about all that, if you look at my recent social media posts, how do we win? We begin by registering everyone that's eligible to be registered to vote. Then we educate ourselves on the issues that matter to us. And then once we educate ourselves, we go out and we actually vote. And take 3 people with you. Find a campaign to support. I'm running for Senate. Civil 4TN. That's civil the number 4TN. Support my campaign. Donate. Volunteer. Then, when we do that, you run for office. Support another candidate. Run for office again. Support another candidate. It's called rinse and repeat. Let's get the job done. How we win is with our vote. It is our superpower. May 5th is voting day. Go out and vote. It's also the day that our Tennessee legislature is going to decide in a special session whether or not they're going to gerrymander the representation we have in Memphis out of existence. Call your people, call your representatives, call your state, call your Senate person, call everybody, tell them to stop messing with folks' votes. And then we can continue to determine how we win. Vote civil for Senate.
And that is www.civil4tn.com. Because remember this, they can't gerrymander the state race, because every vote counts from one corner of the state to the other. So while your vote still counts, vote civil for Senate.